students, myself Sagar Choksi from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to discuss a new concept that related to sensor and types of sensor, right? That related to measurement, instrumentation and control in automobile, right? So first of all, what is sensor, right? Or we can say how it can be helpful, right? So basically a sensor is a device, right? A sensor is a device that measure physical input, right? That measure physical input from its environment, or you can say from its sources, and convert into a signal, right? Or you can also say that sensor which sense the element, right? And in types of sensor we are going to discuss a new topic that related to automobile subject, right? That related to your knocking, that related to your engine, that related to your safety purposes, right? So let's talk on that. Move forward to next slide. So basically here I have attached one image that related to sensor, right? So here you can see that automobile sensor are one kind of intelligent sensor which can be used to control and process the pressure of oil. In you can say in engine you can find out the pressure of oil, temperature, level of emission, coolant level. These all are related to your sensor purposes. Second one, that is there are different types of sensor used in automobile, but knowing the working of this sensor is essential. So basically there are two types of sensor we can use. First one that related to your engine performance, and second one that related to your safety purpose. As we can we know that there are mainly two types of safety: active safety and passive safety, right? So there are mainly two different types of safety purposes, or you can say in automobile, in car, there are mainly two different spare parts, one that related to engine sensor and second one that related to your safety purpose. So move forward to next slide. So here I have attached different types of sensor that are related to your engine performance. First one, that is temperature sensor, second one that is electromagnetic sensor, third one that is optical sensor, fourth one that is pressure sensor, and last one that is flow sensor. As we all know that temperature that related to, or you can say that control the temperature, pressure that control the pressure, right? So what is the application of temperature sensor, electromagnetic sensor, optical sensor, pressure sensor and flow sensor? So let's discuss on that. Move forward to next slide. So first one, that is temperature sensor. So here I have attached the application of temperature sensor, and the device used for temperature sensor, that is equal to thermistor, right? As you can see in image, the temperature sensor or thermistor, temperature is an important parameter throughout the automobile system, first of all. Second one, that is in the operation of an electronic fuel control system, there are mainly three objectives. As you can see here, first one, that is temperature of the coolant, second one, that is temperature of the inlet air, or you can say temperature of the exhaust gas oxygen. So there are mainly three concepts which we need to focus. First one, that is temperature of coolant, because ultimately we have to arrange, or you can say we have to improve our engine efficiency, right? So there are mainly three objectives: temperature of the coolant, second one that is temperature of the inlet air, and last one that is temperature of the exhaust gas oxygen, right? So move forward to next slide. So here I have attached the main objective, or how we can use the temperature sensor. So the first one, that is a commonly used device for sensing temperature, that is equal to thermistor, as I discussed earlier. Thermistor utilize the concept of negative temperature coefficient, or we can say that a thermistor control the temperature inside the inside your engine performance, right? Third one, that is most electrical conductor have a positive temperature coefficient, and last one, that is, this means that the hotter the conductor gets, the higher it is having electrical resistance. So this is what the temperature sensor. It is the combination of two words. First of all, temperature and sensor. We need to sense the temperature inside your engine, right? So this is what the temperature sensor concept. So move forward to next slide. Second one, that is pressure sensor. So as we all know that it is the combination of two words. First of all, pressure and sensor. So from where we can use the pressure, right? So from where we can apply the pressure. So as we all know that intake manifold absolute pressure, second one that is ambient air pressure, third one that is tire pressure, right? So oil pressure, there is oil pressure, coolant system pressure, transmission actuation pressure, and several others, right? So this is what the pressure sensor application, or we can say that how it can be implemented in automation, or you can say automobile system, right? So there are mainly tire pressure. We all know that tire pressure. What is tire pressure, right? Because ultimately we need to focus on balancing, right? So tire pressure is play a very important role. Second one, that is oil pressure, right? Inside the engine, or you can say inside the engine, we have to control the pressure, right? So this is what the pressure sensor concept. So move forward to next slide. So third one, that is optical crankshaft position sensor. So here in image you can find out there is one disc is which is directly coupled to this crankshaft. You can see that the hole in the disc allow the transmission of the light through the light pipes from the light emission diode. As you can see in image, there is one LED sensor used as a light sensor. So this is what the concept of optical crankshaft position sensor. So what is the objective of optical crankshaft position sensor? So let's discuss on that. Move forward to next slide. So here I have attached the two main objectives, or you can say that how we can implement the optical crankshaft position sensor. So first one, that is light would not be transmitted. Here first and important one, that is light would not be transmitted from the source to sensor when there is a no hole, because the solid disc block are light. So here you can see in image, on the another hand, whenever a disc hole is aligned with one of the fiber optic light pipes, light from the LED passes through the disc to the LED passes through the disc to the phototransistor. So this is what the optical crankshaft position sensor. So move forward to next slide. So next one, that is electromagnetic sensor. So here in a rear side of your four-wheeler, you can find out this particular electromagnetic sensor. So first of all, from where it can be implemented. So now we can talk about the implementation. So in parking, or you can say from rear part, you can find out this particular electromagnetic sensor. So what is the function of electromagnetic sensor? So first of all, parking sensor are proximity sensor for a road vehicle designed to alert the driver of the obstacle while parking, right? As we all know that there is one front camera inside your car, and it can be helpful for finding the distance over there, right? So this is what the concept of electromagnetic sensor. So this system use either electromagnetic or ultrasonic sensor. Second one, that is electromagnetic sensor rely on the vehicle moving slowly and smoothly towards the object to be avoided, right? So this is what the funda of electromagnetic sensor. And last one, that is once an obstacle is detected, right, and rear side or front side, you can see that once an obstacle is detected, the sensor continues to signal the presence of the obstacle even if the vehicle stop. So this is what the concept of electromagnetic sensor. First of all, from where it can be implemented. So at the rear side, you can implement this particular electromagnetic sensor. And the second one, that is the objectives of electromagnetic sensor. So for parking purpose, right, for parking sensor, this type of sensor are used, right? So this is what the electromagnetic sensor. Now we can talk about objectives of electromagnetic sensor. So move forward to next slide. So first one, that is if the vehicle then resume the moving backward, then the alarm signal become louder as the obstacle is approached. So as we have rear camera sensors that sense the distance over there. And second one, that is electromagnetic parking sensor are often sold as not requiring any hole to be drilled, offering a unique design that discreetly mounts on the inner side of the bumper, preventing the new factory look of your vehicle. So this is what the concept of electromagnetic sensor, right? So move forward to next slide. Next one, that is airflow rate sensor. As the name suggests, what is airflow rate sensor, right? So basically to measure the airflow rate, or we can say that to measure the airflow rate, mass airflow rate, sensor is used, right? So for finding or to sense the airflow rate, we can use MAF, mass airflow rate sensor. So what is the basic definition of airflow rate sensor? So first one, that is the sensor used to determine mass flow rate of the air, first of all. Second one, that is the air mass detail are required in order to balance correct amount of fuel mass to the vehicle engine. As I have attached one image that related to airflow rate sensor. Basically, what is the function of airflow rate sensor? So as we all know that during mixture inside your combustion chamber, there are two mixture. First one, that is air, and second one, that is fuel. So how much amount of air we can produce inside your inside our chamber? So this is what the working of, or you can say this is what the function or objectives of airflow rate sensor, right? So this is what the concept of airflow rate sensor. So move forward to next slide. So now we can talk about the implementation, or how or where, from where we can use this particular airflow rate sensor, or from where it can be implemented, right? So as the block diagram suggests, first one, that is air cleaner, second one, that is airflow rate sensor, third one, that is throttle body, and fourth one, that is intake air chamber, right? This is what the part, or you can say the road map of airflow rate sensor. So basically, as shown, it is placed between air cleaner and the throttle body, directly intake air stream, right? Second one, that is the mass airflow rate sensor, or you can say MAF sensor, converts amount of air available in the engine into voltage signal. And third one, that is the information will help for the following. First one, that is how much fuel to inject. First one, that is how much fuel that inject inside your chamber. And second one, that is it improve the engine performance, right? It decrease the, or you can say it decrease the knocking also. So this is what the concept of airflow rate sensor. So thank you so much. In this particular session, we have completed the sensor and its types, right? So in next session, we will discuss a new concept that related to actuator, right? So thank you so much.